Derrick Rose right now is a free agent in the NBA after being traded to the Utah Jazz and being waived by the Jazz from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Man, Derrick Rose's career has just hit another speed bump. Who knows where he's going to go now? Hey guys, my name is Crush, and today we're going to be talking about how Derrick Rose's career might just be over. Who knows? I'm not sure if he will ever sign with another NBA team after this season. It's just been a long path for Derrick Rose, so let's jump into this one. Of course, we all know Derrick Rose as the former hometown Chicago kid who was drafted to the Chicago Bulls. You know, a dream storyline where you want to see the hometown kid drafted to, where he was raised and stuff, to the Chicago Bulls or whatever you want to say. But as of late, Derrick Rose's career has just not been, it just hasn't looked so well. It just hasn't looked good at all. Derrick Rose went from being the youngest MVP to ever do it. He won the MVP, youngest player to ever win the MVP for the Chicago Bulls. And that same season, in the playoffs, first round against the Philadelphia 76ers, he tore his ACL. And he went down, and he came back the very next season. We're expecting to see Derrick Rose back better than ever, and he gets hurt again, tears his ACL again. Derrick Rose right now has just had bad luck throughout his career ever since winning the MVP. And I'm not sure what Derrick Rose can do to ever come back from this. It just seems like his career has just hit a down spiral, and I don't think it's ever going to get back to where it used to be, of course. And, man, it's just sad. It's just really sad that Derrick Rose's career has really just come down to this. He's literally sitting in free agency right now. He's been sitting there for a few days now, and I'm just kind of surprised that Derrick Rose hasn't been signed yet. I mean, wouldn't a playoff contender maybe want Derrick Rose off their bench? Alright, as we all know, the trade deadline was pretty eventful, mostly because the Cleveland Cavaliers traded pretty much half their team, which they're playing really well now. Great for them. They got Rodney Hood, Clarkson, all those guys. But in one of the trades, they traded Jay Crowder and Derrick Rose to the Utah Jazz in a 3-team deal. And of course, the Utah Jazz kept Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder's still a nice young piece. I just don't think Crowder ever fit with the Cavaliers as much as Cleveland thought he would. And then Derrick Rose, of course, was included in the deal as well. And I was like, okay, maybe Utah could use Derrick Rose off their bench. It wouldn't be a bad idea for maybe the rest of the season. But nope, Utah wanted no part of Derrick Rose, waived him to free agency, and now he's been sitting there for a while. There's been reports saying that the Washington Wizards were interested in Derrick Rose, that Minnesota Timberwolves were interested in Derrick Rose. Obviously, the Timberwolves, Minnesota Timberwolves, Tom Thibodeau wants every player from the former Chicago Bulls team he used to coach. But Derrick Rose just right now has not, I just haven't had any reports, any of teams interested in him ever since the Washington Wizards. And the Wizards were even considering signing Ty Lawson, the man that struggled with DUIs, over Derrick Rose previously, man. And I just think that's, really sad, man. You have a former MVP in free agency, if you really think about it, over a guy in Ty Lawson who had a couple of good seasons with the Denver Nuggets and just hasn't really, just been struggling with alcohol or whatever Ty Lawson's doing now. I think he's playing overseas or something, but there's a team interested in Ty Lawson over a former MVP in Derrick Rose. And that's nothing against Derrick Rose. It's nothing that he's done. It's just he's been hurt and he's gotten injured and he just isn't the same anymore. There was even a period where he had to step away from the Cleveland Cavaliers just to evaluate his future and to see if he even wanted to play basketball anymore. And unfortunately, Derrick Rose might be forced with the decision that he just can't play basketball anymore and he might have to move on to something else. Unfortunately, man, it's just, I've never seen an MVP like this have to go through something like this, Now, the only reason I can think why Derrick Rose hasn't been signed to a team yet, there could be a possibility that Derrick Rose is just not interested right now. He's just kind of taking his time. Maybe he's evaluating his future after being traded and waived. Man, maybe he just wants to step away from basketball for a while. I don't know. Maybe that's what's going on. Or the unfortunate part, what I don't want to think is that no team is just interested in signing Derrick Rose as of right now, just because they simply don't think Derrick Rose will come to the team and make an impact, which I think is kind of crazy. I think Derrick Rose can still be a nice scorer off the bench, 10 points per game. Any team that's looking for a guy like that, I mean, Oklahoma City could use a guy like that. Washington, like I said, could use a guy like that. But I'm not sure why Derrick Rose hasn't been signed to a team yet. It just seems like there hasn't been any reports, no feedback of Derrick Rose, nothing talked about on Derrick Rose other than a guy saying that I think Derrick Rose could possibly be out of the NBA by next season, which is very sad to think about, man. We got a former MVP here, a former MVP, the youngest MVP ever, and we're possibly talking about Derrick Rose maybe being out of the league next year. He's only like 29, I think. I mean, there's players playing in their 36, they're 36. Vince Carter's 40 years old, still playing. He still looks like he's 25 or something like that, man. It's just unfortunate, guys. Derrick Rose, his career might just be coming to an end, and for me, I don't really want to see that. That's it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys think and what's going on with Derrick Rose. Do you guys think he will be in the NBA still next year? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And I would love to see you guys subscribe if you are new. I would really appreciate that. I could use the support right now. It's been a struggle lately, but thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys' support, the ones that keep supporting me. This is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.